like to see in special operations is our ability to have a forward, persistent engagement. The best way to do that is build up professional relationships with our SAF counterparts around the world. What we like to do is when we work with our counterparts is to build up not only their capacity, but their capabilities. We learn from them, they learn from us, and that's the name of the game. It's all about relationships.
Sure, I think we're going to be more beneficial to, like, in particular, my country who suffer from 14 years civil conflict, and then we are just coming up. So I think it's building our capacity, making us to be efficient, proficient in keeping our own peace.
No doubts about it, because the world itself is a global village today. With the technology that we have, things that happen at the tactical level that can easily translate into strategic level. It has brought to fore the need for various nations to actually cooperate in having answers to some of these problems that we have today. Most of the problems we have today are transnational problems that one nation only cannot have the answer to. So it is only, it is only pertinent that we all get together to get solutions to that problem.
It's more important than everything, because we have a global South relationship that will kind of ease the kind of tension around the world and reduce the kind of need for maybe even me being a soldier, kind of reduce, all those kind of things that build up every day. People think that somebody want to attack you, terrorists coming from the other end, and other kind of things that brings about distrust.
Special Operations Forces of the United States have done an enormous amount of work to get the Afghan Special Forces up to a certain level, particularly coming up to 2014 when the ISAF mission is the International Security Assistance Force in Afghanistan is going to finish. Bulk of the NATO troops will be leaving the country. And we find today that the Afghan Special Forces are now very good. And
is the way to go to bring about peace in this world. Because apart from the training they do get, that provides the avenue for them to actually have what we call networking, knowing each other, carrying phone, know physically, So this communication, this knowing each other, building that camaraderie will definitely bring about peace in the world.
I think if anything over the last 10 years, one of the big lessons we've learned from Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom was the United States can't go it alone. To provide for our best national interests, our security, we've got to work with partners throughout the world. So if there is a crisis, we can partner with different parts of the world and our coalition partners to bring the full spectrum, not only of the United States, but that particular part of geography to help out security.
Into an international environment, it's indeed unique because other than the language barrier, you also have cultural differences, and you just have to be patient and observant.
The world is a global village now. The threats that countries face, not just my country, are multinational threats, which one country alone cannot provide a solution, no matter how big or small you are. You need to put hands together with other countries to find solutions to this problem. So that is why it's very important for my country to be part and parcel of this collective security region that we're talking about.
There are a lot of times when we have to work with other countries. For me, more so Caribbean countries and the United States. And it's good to see people that you're familiar with. Even more when you're in operations and you have to call another country, then you'll be able to put a face to a name, and maybe because of that relationship that you had before, it will make your working together a lot more easier. And you also understand how other people operate, how they practice what they do. And so this will just make interoperability and communication a lot more smooth flowing.
come to see ourselves as a team, not as people from different countries. Because once you are in the class, the instructors they tend to emphasize unity. So whatever task you have, you execute the task as a unit, not as an individual person or from different countries. So we've really had that. It has really brought us close to understand that we can work as a team. It mustn't be from the same place. But once you have the basic training, you can work together.
What partner nations should do is share resources, share intelligence, and come forward.
It's always better when you have more than one entity working, because you have combined experience and combined schools, combined ways of thinking.
That's where I see the role, getting the strong to give their experience and know-how to develop the less capable, so that we've got a much stronger alliance-wide capability in the future.
We just need to continue to cooperate with each other in order to find solutions to the problems of the world today. You know, the technology is there. Anything that happens here today, right this minute, as we are talking, as you are filming me, it's not impossible for somebody in Nigeria to be listening to what I'm saying and come up. So with that realization, it basically brings the need for countries to get together.